Okay, a quick video here showing the heat exchangers on this generator before I put the top on the generator. We have the coolant one here in front of us, a plate type. I will leave a link, an Amazon link to it, showing the size. I forget what size it is. So down here, circulation pump is down there. Okay, so the water, the cooler water comes in there. There you have the pipes in and out pipes there, inch pipe, inch copper going up into the side of the generator, which makes its way to that pump, and then comes up along here, feeding into the top of the heat exchanger, and then obviously goes through it and down this pipe here, and goes over to the exhaust heat exchanger. Okay, so but more interestingly, I have a very unique setup here for the plumbing in relation to the hosing from the thermostat housing of the engine into the exchanger, and then out into this. This is a 1980s Fiat thermostat housing, which I have managed to screw on to the top of that exchanger. I managed to thread the inside of it enough to screw on to the inch BSB thread, and have successfully locked it with locking thread lock. And we have done a few hours run now on this, and that is 100% without any leaks at all. So what happens, so we have our hose here from the thermostat housing. Water goes along and enters the bottom of the exchanger, the engine coolant, makes its way through the exchanger, comes out into this Fiat thermostat housing. And as with all most thermostat housing thermostats, there's a kind of a bypass setup on them. So what happens? So the water coming out of the exchanger goes straight out this pipe here, and that makes its way down here to a T-piece. Yes, had to get that on eBay from UK, into that T-piece there. So the water is then going back into the engine. Yeah, so what happens, as we have proven, so when the water entering the exchanger from the cylinder, in the dairy, when that gets up to the thermostat is rated for 77 degrees. Yes, so when the water reaches 77 degrees entering the thermostat, then the bypass valve will close, and now the thermostat will direct the water to the radiator. Yeah, and in reality, the first night I ran this, we had the The engine typically works at about 85 degrees. We have a digital thermostat or digital gauge on the console. So the temperature actually went up to about 88 degrees before this finally opened, which I'm very happy with. I'd rather that's a comfortable temperature. I thought it would have opened sooner, but once that opens, the engine temperature then drops back down to 84, 85 degrees, and then just works away as normally. But you still have the full. You always have the engine coolant when it's coming out of the top of the engine. It all has to go through the heat exchanger. It all has to go through the heat exchanger. So it's only when the water coming out of the exchanger is over 77 or probably 80 degrees, then it's forced then through the radiator, the original radiator. And I've run this 3 times now, and it's been 100% success. Have a filler there, put in a filler there just to make sure that there's no air pockets forming in that hose. So the radiator is absolutely full to the brim, and this hose here there probably would always be air in the top of that, because that hose is higher than the top of the radiator. As I have noticed, we have an expansion bottle there that doesn't really the level doesn't actually increase on it at all. I suppose partly because there's so much hosing, but probably more because I would expect that there is an air in the top of that hose, which is no harm on the return that's going down to the bottom of the engine. So just now a look at I'm only just after fitting another water temperature gauge there, which is connected to this sensor here. So that is the exhaust heat exchanger there. That came from Germany, eBay Germany. Was the reason what was it, for €490, tube type. But getting getting the exhaust pipe made up first cost us nearly as much. It's all stainless steel exhaust there on the coming off the turbo. And we have heat insulation, exhaust insulation there as well, trying to capture all the heat we can. So it took a lot of engineering and time to get that fitting in there. Very, very tight. Very, very tight fit altogether to get that between the turbo oil drain pipe and this beam frame here, and to get that positioned, that exhaust outlet pipe there. We have a stainless steel, a drop on. This is that's our exhaust pipe there, stainless steel pipe there that just slips on to that. So just showing back on the pipes again. So this is the input to the exhaust exchanger, and comes along up here. Water goes out here at the top. So we have of course our pressure relief valve there. This is a fully closed system. We have a pressure tank inside in the dairy. There's a stopper in this at the moment because this valve, this 6-bar valve, is faulty and is leaking. So that's just a temporary set. I will have to change that valve. So yeah, a lot of work gone into this. This has literally taken me months to do, because we had to make up all those frames to steel mounts for the heat exchanger there, and then we had to put down this pipe going through to go underground through a ditch, go across a laneway, concrete lane, and then finally that is a highly insulated pipe, very expensive pipe going along there. And there, so we have to go through a wall and up through a concrete floor. So all took a lot of time. And there is weeks plumbing for me, and a 300 litre tank cylinder with twin coils. I have the choice of using the top coil or both coils. The top coil obviously will heat the top of the tank faster, and the water goes on then to another tank, the original tanks on the dairy. So that's it for now. Thank you.